Where the Gator Bowl once stood, now stands this facility. Everbank Field, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Jacksonville, Florida. Cam Little out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. It's Brandon Powell with the return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. He breaks the tackle.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Buys time, rolling right. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
You know, Kate, it looked to me like this one, he leaves the pocket, and this is where you're out on the schoolyard. Out on the playground, man, you're looking for your buddy to find that connection. Unfortunately, receiver QB, they could not find the completion that time.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up 4th and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He finds him beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. It was Andre Cisco who hauled him down there. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Give him 2 yards on the play. It's going to be 4th down and 8. McCarthy to throw for it. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Red on red.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They run it again with Bigsby. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards. Through one quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. Again, it's Bigsby. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First down, ball at the 36.
Hey, I'm gun. Silver.
Robinson on the inside give. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Hey, kill. Hot.
Running left with Bigsby. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Hey.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
11.
Now Doug Peterson, seeing that play clock running down, he calls a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
Tropical moisture in the air tonight. We're in for a wet and rainy one under the lights here at Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Here now is Cam Little out to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
go. All right, go.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Love. That's taken in by Watson. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Well, Love wants to shift things around. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Pushing his way inside the 40. And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning,
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jags will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
A run here with Dearness Johnson. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here we go.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Hey, let's go.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now a handoff to Bigsby. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Silver.
Here's a give to Bigsby. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
On red.
And now an audible here into something else. Straight ahead, ETN. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. Oh, they're changing this at the line. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Flush to his right. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Love now. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw now. Here's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 91 yards. And the Packers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7.
30 left. Silver.
And they'll go again with Etienne. Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Ready. Go. Red on red.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Etienne up the middle. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Here is 3rd down and 4. Handoff running left is Etienne. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down. Not only do they pick up the first, but they got a lot of extra yardage with it.
And I saw a defense that was absolutely out of sync. They didn't expect that play call at all. And it allowed the offense to actually get great blocking angles against them and allowed the back to just rumble and rumble and rumble. And as you said, tacked on big yardage at the end.
Hey, easy. Route. Silver.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
13 loop.
A run here with Bigsby. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Well, Lawrence going to move him around a bit.
Kill.
He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Touchdown, Jaguars! Evan Ingram as the first half is winding down. And the Jags have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Love from the gun. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And McManus had a little too much slice on it. It's no good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
He just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Here we go, sir.
A give up the middle to Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark.
Let's go.
I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
11. Here we go, sir.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. 3rd down and 10.
A gain of a yard.
11, add
Brings
it.
up 3rd and 10.
Sink
Now
right.
Lawrence now going to move him around.
Silver.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a catch made by his tight end, Luke Farrell. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Hey, Lion. Shot alert.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down by Eric Stokes. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
30 left. Go. Let's go. Here we go, sir.
Now Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So from the 37, here's 2nd down at a yard.
Ready. Hey, red.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go, set.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. but a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd down and 4. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches, but it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. Now Love. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And he's brought down.
Dumbass.
With a football, it's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Rip, 23. Silver.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The 20. 10. He's to the 15. Through the middle of the field. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 16-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
All right, here we go. Set. Great job. Red on red. Check, check. Roll, roll, roll. Unlock line, unlock line. Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
Here's Bigsby. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Hey, easy. Ralph.
Open man right side is Ingram. And he will have a Jaguars first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Hey, kill! Here we go.
And Bigsby once more. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Easy. Read it, 44. Read it, 54. Here we go.
Throwing now, Lawrence. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the defense rises to the challenge. They get him down for a loss of 2, and it brings up 4th and goal. Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special. But to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the second half, that has to